This is a video tutorial looking at exam style questions for indices and surds, and it is a collection of exam style questions from the Edexcel spec, but looking at the old Edexcel spec for the linear past papers, okay, and it is looking at non-calculator questions. So and this is the PDF with all the exam questions on there. So it's www.mathsmadeeasy.co.uk, okay, and then you will be able to find this PDF worksheet that I'm going through, okay. At any point in this video, feel free to pause it, have a go at the question, and then press play, okay. And it's aimed at GCSE maths, GCSE 9 to 1 maths, and also bridging the gap for those of you doing A-level maths, okay. So it is appropriate for those guys as well, and it's appropriate for anybody that is wanting to better their maths and improve their maths, okay. Right guys, question number 1. It says work out 2 plus root 3 times 2 minus root 3. Give your answer in simplest form. So expanding this double bracket, so 2 times 2, guys, 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times negative root 3 is minus 2 root 3. 2 times positive root 3 is positive 2 root 3. And then root 3 times negative root 3. Okay, so writing out here, so positive root 3 times negative root 3. That's the same as saying negative root 9, which is going to be negative 3. So the minus is from there. Okay, so negative 3. Okay. Right guys, so collecting like terms, the 2 root 3 and the minus 2 root 3, so they're going to cancel each other out. 4 take away 3 is 1. So the answer for the first question simplifies to 1. This is question number 2, 2a. Write down the value of 49 to the power of a half. Now, power of a half means the square root. So it's the square root of 49, okay, which is 7. Okay, 7 times 7 is 49. So 7 squared is 49, okay. So make sure that you are happy with your square numbers, guys. This is part B. Write root 45 in the form k root 5, where k is an integer. So this is looking at simplifying surds. Okay, so root 45, I can say, that's same as saying root 9 times 5. Square root of 9 multiplied by the square root of 5. The square root of 9, we should all know, is 3. So 3 times root 5 is 3 root 5. Oops, sorry. So 3 root 5. Okay, so this topic is looking at simplifying surds, and part A is looking at fractional indices. Question number 3, part I, 6 to the power of 0. Now, anything to the power of 0 in maths is always 1. So anything to the power of 0 is always 1. Part II, 64 to the power of a half. Well, power of a half means the square root or the second root. Okay, so power of a half means square root. Square root of 64 is 8, guys. 8 squared is 8 times 8, which is 64. Part III, 27 over 8 to the minus 2/3. Okay, so this one's a bit more trickier, but we will do it step by step. That negative in power there means the reciprocal. So I'm going to flip the fraction. So I'm going to do the reciprocal. So flip the bottom and top number around and change it now to a positive 2/3. Okay. Now, power of 2/3, guys. So it is the cube root, okay? So it's the cube root of 8 over 27, okay? So the cube root of 8 is 2. The cube root of 27 is 3. Okay, so cube root of 8 is 2. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And the cube root of 27 is 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Or 3 cubed is 27. And 2 cubed is 8. Okay, and then that power of 2 means that I raise this to the power of 2. Okay, so 2 squared is 4 over 3 squared, which is 9. So the answer is 4/9, guys. Okay, so the root, okay, is the denominator. So the denominator of my fraction tells me the root. Okay, so that's the root that I'm looking at. So the root that I take, and that's just a normal power that I raise it to after. So that's the power that I raise it to, if that makes sense. Okay, so the denominator is the root that I take, so it's the third root, or we say cube root, and then it's raised to power of 2, or we square it. Okay, power of 2 means squared. Right, guys, question number 4a. Simplify 4p times 5q. Well, let's deal with the numbers first. 4 times 5 is 20. P times Q in algebra is written as PQ. Okay, so 2 letters multiplied together is written as, okay, so PQ. So putting our answers together, the answer is 20 PQ. For part B, simplify D times D times D times D. Now, because it's D times D times D times D, it's D to the power of 4. Okay? So when I multiply, it's to the power of 4. It is not 4D. A lot of students make misconceptions, thinking that when I times, it's going to be lots of. When I'm multiplying, it's always the index. Okay, so it's always a power. Okay, so D times D times D times D is D to the power of 4 and not 4D. Okay, part C. Expand 4 lots of 3a minus 7. Well, 4 times 3a is 12a. And 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. Okay, so that's expanding single brackets. So 12a minus 28. Okay. Part D. Expand and simplify this. So 2 times 2n is 4n. 2 times positive 3 is positive 6. Oops, sorry. Plus 3 times n, which is 3n. And then 3 times positive 1 is just positive 3. Okay? Collecting like terms now, guys. So the like terms are 4n and 3n. So 4n plus 3n is 7n. And then 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. So the answer would be 7n plus 9. Okay, so that would be my answer for that one. For part E, simplify t times t squared. Well, think about this, guys. So I've got t to the power of 1 times t to the power of 2. Now, when I multiply, okay, with the same base, okay, I add the powers. So 1 plus 2, guys, is 3. So the answer is t cubed, or t to the power of 3. Okay? Remember that when I have like a letter on its own, it's always to the power of 1. Okay, if that makes sense. So it is like a little trick there. So remember that I've got an invisible 1 there. Okay, for part F, simplify m to the power of 5 divided by m cubed. Well, when I divide, I'm going to subtract the powers. So 5, take away 3 is equal to 2. So the answer is m squared, guys, or m to the power of 2. Okay. Okay, next question. Question number 5. Simplify p to the power of 5 times p to the power of 4. So when I multiply, I'm going to add my powers. So 5 plus 4 is 9. So it's p to the power of 9. Part B, q to the power of 5 divided by q to the power of 2. So when I divide, I'm going to subtract the powers. So 5 take away 2 is 3. So the answer is q cubed, or q to the power of 3. Okay, part C, 12t u to the power of 6 divided by 6t u to the power of 5. So dealing with the numbers first. So 12 divided by 6. So 12 divided by 6 is 2. T divided by t is just 1. And u to the power of 6 divided by u to the power of 5 is just u to the power of 1, which is just u. So u, 6 take away 5 is 1, which is just going to be u. So the final answer is 2 times 1 times u, which is just going to be 2u. For part D, simplify 9w squared y to the power of 6 all to the power of a half. Now power of a half means square root, so square root of all this, 9w squared y to the power of 6. So the square root of 9, guys, is 3. The square root of w squared is just going to be w. Okay, because the square and the square root, they cancel each other out. And the square root of y to the power of 6 is going to be y to the power of 3. Okay, so it's 3w y cubed. Okay, and for part E, for x is bigger than 1, write the following expressions in order of size. Start with the expression with the least value. So starting with the order of size, guys. So the power here is power 1. So let's put the powers in order. So it's going to be x to the negative 2 first. Then it's going to be x to the power of 0. okay? X to the power of a half, just x, or x to the 1, and then it's going to be x squared. So it's following the powers in order of size. So starting with the least value, so -2 is my smallest value, then it goes 0, then it goes a half, then it goes power of 1, and then it goes 2. Okay, so that is the order of size, starting with the smallest. This is question number 6 at part A. Simplify m cubed times m to the 4. Well, when I multiply, I'm going to add the powers. So I'm going to get m to the power of 7. 3 add 4 is 7. Part B. P to the power of 7 divided by p cubed. Well, I'm going to subtract the powers. So 7 take away 3 is equal to 4. And for part C, simplify 4x squared y cubed times 3x y squared. We're dealing with the numbers first, so 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, x squared times x. Remember that I've got an invisible 1 here. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So it's 12x cubed y to the power of 5. Y cubed times y squared, adding the powers, I get y to the power of 5. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, guys. This is question number 7. Expand and simplify this expression. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times positive 4 is positive 12. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times positive 1 is positive 5. Now collecting like terms, 3x and 10x. So 3x plus 10x is 13x. And then 12 plus 5 is 17. Okay, for part B, simplify t to the power of 4 times t to the 6 while adding the powers, okay, so adding the numbers together, okay, because it's the same base. 4 plus 6 is 10. For part C, guys, p to the power of 8 divided by p to the power of 5. It's going to be p to the power of 8 take away 5, which is 3. And for part D, x to the power of 4 all cubed is going to be x to the 4 times 3. Okay, so when I have a bracket, okay, so when it looks like this, the power raised to another power gets multiplied together. So 4 times 3 is 12. So the answer is going to be x to the power of 12. Okay, and question number 8, guys. Simplify t to the power of 6 times t squared. Well, adding the powers together, I'm going to get t to the power of 8. For part B, simplify m cubed divided by, m to the power of 8 divided by m cubed. 8 take away 3 is a division, so I'm going to take away the powers. It's going to be 5. And for part C, 2x all cubed, well that means 2x times 2x and times 2x. So 2 times 2 times 2, guys, is going to be 8. X times x times x is x cubed. So the answer overall is 8x cubed, okay? It is not 8x all cubed, it's just 8x cubed, okay, so that's it, okay. Simplify part D, simplify 3a squared h times 4a to the power of 5, h to the power of 4. Well, 3 times 4 is 12, a squared times a to the power of 5 is a to the power of 7. H times h to the 4. Remember that I've got an invisible 1 here. So 1 and 4 is going to be 5. So the answer is 12a to the power of 7, h to the 5. Okay, and that takes us to the end of the worksheet, guys. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in to this video. If you found it useful, then please drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also click that bell icon so you don't miss out on further videos and regular videos and quality videos on my channel. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.